fellow marketing students. Or should I say, hey there, fellow marketing students, Professor Walters here, and I want to welcome you to BADM 320, Principles of Marketing for Spring Semester 2021. And I'm here in Wohlers Hall. Usually we're having classes in here and students are going by, but it's spring 2021. So this semester, instead of being in these echoey hallways, we're going to be home online teaching, okay? And so what I want to do for you in this video is kind of give you what you should expect in the class. Some things you're going to learn, some of the important dates. You know, this is kind of like going through the syllabus day, but you know, it's so weird talking here with this echo. I think we should go outside and enjoy some of the wonderful weather that we're having here in Champaign in January that I know some of you are missing by staying home for the semester. And I just want you to know, I'll be here in Champaign to enjoy all the Champaign weather for you in case you're worried. So let's go outside. So what are we going to be talking about in Principles of Marketing? Well, it's my job to give you the basics of marketing so you have an idea, because it doesn't matter if you're working in an accounting firm, a finance firm, an engineering firm, a non-profit organization, you're working for McDonald's or Culver's or whoever, you're going to use marketing. And you need to know some of the basic things, whether we're talking about strategic marketing, which is like planning things out. How do we come out with a chicken sandwich that gets people talking about us instead of Chick-fil-A? Hello, Popeyes, you did a fantastic job with that, right? Strategic marketing talks about those plannings. What about social media marketing? Well, yeah, we want to know, how do those influencers work? What are those YouTubers doing? How is it that a dude just randomly rides a skateboard drinking cranberry juice on TikTok and all of a sudden Ocean Spray sales are through the roof? What are we going to talk about? That's social media marketing. We're going to touch on that. But also we're going to touch on other parts that people don't always think about with marketing. Supply chain analysis. Yeah, we're going to be looking at supply chains. We're going to see how they work, the basics of it, how we can grow our business that way. Also, we're going to look at segmentation. How do we divide up our market? Who are the true customers? Who are the part-time customers? What do we want to do for that? So there's a lot of different things we're going to cover, because my main goal is to get you ready for when you walk out that door over there and you're in this cold, real world out there. Whew, it's so cold out here, but I got to know what I need to do. And so when you get out there, you understand. When you go to any street corner in the world, you can look on the corner and say, that's the high-end store. They're going for everybody. That's the low price store. They have all this different stuff out there, but you can see it. You can understand it. I want to get you ready for that, because my whole job is to get you ready for the real world. And that's what this class is going to be about. So we're going to use examples in the videos of different places around the world to get you ready for that world, okay? So be ready for that. And I really want to hope that I can help you develop an understanding of a lot of different processes of marketing, the fields of marketing, because we'll talk about different things from the environmental factors that influence marketing to pricing. How do you set prices? Is it just the cost, or are there more things going into it? Because I mean, think about it. How much would you pay for a mobile phone that lasts, like 4 days on one battery? I'm like, dude, I'd pay a lot, right? Like, it doesn't matter how much it costs. Sometimes it's how much people value it. We're going to talk about that. So there's a lot of different things out there, but let's be honest. You don't care about that right now. You want to know, Mark, what are we supposed to do in this class? Like, what's my workload? Like, what do I have to do? Well, it's an online class, and I want to make sure that you're learning and you're keeping up. This is the thing. I actually asked students when we started going online last year, I asked students, hey, what should I do to make sure we can have the best online class possible? They're like, look, don't just have an exam and we don't do anything till then, because then no one studies until the last minute and the grades go down. So, because your other students asked for this, we are actually going to do 10 weekly quizzes. But here's the thing. I'm only going to count 8 of them. Okay? So you can drop 2 for whatever reason you want. You don't want to do it. You forgot to turn it in. You're sick, whatever. I mean, it's okay. There's 2 of them you don't have to do. I'm going to drop the 2 lowest scores. Now, if you want to do all of them, it's totally fine. You can do all of them, and I will just take the highest 8 scores, okay? But we're going to have 10 weekly quizzes you're going to have to do, and of course, they're throughout the semester, okay? So you have that. Now, there's those 10 weekly quizzes, and then we have what's called the syllabus quiz. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Professors, you want to know how to annoy a professor? Ask them a question that has an answer on the syllabus, because we just want to write, it's on the syllabus that I sent you 400 times. So we actually have a syllabus quiz that goes, I think we have 10 questions on it that you can do through the beginning of February, okay? So get the syllabus quiz in. It's worth like 50 points out of 1,000. So it's 5% of your grade. And it is just like, when's the first exam? When's the second exam? Do we have a final? Do you have to take a final? These kind of things, okay? Just basic questions, because honestly, with 1,000 students and all the sections in this course, I get a lot of emails of, when's the exam? I'm like, syllabus. Okay, so we do have a syllabus quiz as well. And then, of course, we have the exams. Now, we have 3 exams and 1 final, okay? Now, the thing is, that's 4 big exams. The thing is, you only have to do 3, okay? So let's say you're like, I'm just not feeling it, I don't want to do the first exam. You don't have to. You can take the other 3, because what I'll do is I'll take the highest 3 scores. So if you're cool with the first 3 exam scores, you're like, dude, I don't want to do a final in May. You don't have to, okay? So you don't have to do the final if you did the first 3 exams, or if you want to skip, it's totally fine. Because I see that some people, sometimes we kind of shirk off an exam, we oversleep one, or we don't want to do it, whatever. I understand, so I'm dropping one of them, okay? So you have that. Now, you might want to know when the exams are, right? Well, here's the thing. The exams are from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. on exam day. And the confident exams are as well from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now, it's a 3-hour window, and you get 80 minutes to take the exam. So you can start anytime in that window, but you have to finish by 11 o'clock because then Compass shuts down the exam. So make sure you give yourself that time. Okay, so it's going to be there. All the exams, whether it's confident exam or the actual exams, they're on Tuesdays and Thursdays during our class time. Okay, so you can't be like, oh, I've got a conflict. Well, I have a class at 8 a.m. Well, if you're in my the traditional class at 8 a.m., you don't, because we have that then. Those who are doing the online version of the class, that's why I have 2 days at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. is the exam, because that's 2 different class periods. So most likely, people do not have a class on both of those. So you do have that, especially the 8 a.m. one, because there's very few 8 a.m. classes for like sophomores and higher in this level of courses, because this time, that 8 a.m. time slot is actually saved for classes like this that take students from lots of different majors, okay? So we do have that. And if you want to mark down the dates of the exams, okay, it is February 23rd is the first exam, March 25th is the second exam, and April 29th is the third exam, okay? The final, they haven't announced the time yet, okay? So, and if you're wondering when the conflict exams will be, whatever date the exam is, it will be the next Tuesday or Thursday, depending what the day of the exam is. So the exam's on a Tuesday, the conflict is on Thursday. The exam on Thursday, the conflict will be on Tuesday. Okay, so pretty straightforward there. Next, people want to know is, what about a book? Do we need the book? Yes, you need to get the book, Principles of Marketing, Spring 2021. This is an actual physical copy. There's only 2 of these that exist. We have an ebook version. There's an e-text. There's going to be a link down below, so you can actually go and click on the link and buy it from Sipes. You have it that way. It has all the slides. It has 3 exams, I think, for every single exam out there. So if you're not sure what to expect, all the practice exams are in here. So it's something different. So you do have that. So do pick it up because it is required, and you do need to have it, because otherwise it's going to be kind of hard to learn. And speaking of learning, you might ask yourself, where do we watch the videos? So the videos will be on Compass, but also you can go to ProfessorWalters.com and go on the Principles of Marketing link, and I have all the topics there and all the videos are there. And students tend to like watching on Professor Walters better because the videos are embedded that way, so you can click on the ones you want to watch, because the one on Compass is just usually a playlist, so you have to go through the playlist and it's a little bit different. But either way, it's the exact same videos. You'll be fine, okay, watching it that way. In terms of taking the quizzes and taking the exams, you will log on to Compass. Okay, and Compass, at 8 a.m., they will pop up there's 2 places you need to look, okay? It'll either be on the home page, like our Compass homepage, where they show up, or it will be in the learning module. It'll say like learning module, exam 1 or something like that in the learning modules. Look in those 2 places. It will be in one of those 2 places, okay? I'll send out an email to let you know when it gets set, okay? Because Compass and the e-learning team, we're still putting together the site, so that'll be there. Now, let's look at grades in particular, because I know some people want to know, like, is this one of those plus-minus classes? Because I really like getting that extra boost or something like that. Yes, this is one of those plus-minus classes. We actually do points, so each exam is worth 250 points. There's 1,000 points possible. Now, if you do really well in the exams and do the bonus things I'll talk about in a bit, and you do all the quizzes, it will look like you have more points than 1,000. Remember, I'm dropping 1 exam and I'm dropping 2 quizzes. So there's a lot more points possible than points you'll get. It's taken out of 1,000, okay? So you can just count up your points and do it that way. If you're not sure how to figure out your grade, look in the syllabus. It explains it in there how to do that. Also, we have a video that explains how to figure out your attendance or your grades as well, so that can help you out, okay? Now, some students like to do extra credit, and I really appreciate that. There's two ways you can do extra credit in this class. One, you can do SONA experiments. So you basically sign up and you go online and you fill out for half an hour, you're answering questions about different things. Okay, for every single one of those you do, it's basically 0.5% added on to your final grade. Okay, you can do up to 6, so that means you can add on 3% onto your final grade. Hey, that's going from a minus to a full grade, or a full grade to a plus. That makes a difference in your GPA. So those usually come available like the second week of classes. I will send out an email with the links and stuff like that, so you'll have that, okay? Now, next thing we need to talk about is the Save the World project, or the Strategic Marketing project. One thing I like our students to do is, you have business knowledge. You're a smart person. You wouldn't be at Illinois if you weren't. And the thing is, I actually have I call it the Save the World project, because what I want you to do is find, maybe it's your RSO, a nonprofit in your hometown, someplace that needs some help, and you're going to analyze their online footprint. You're going to give them some marketing recommendations, stuff like that. It's all in the syllabus to explain how you do it. It's just 7 to 10 pages written up. You send it to the nonprofit so they get some information so they can do better, and then you're helping people out. You do that, 3% out on your final grade. For those of you that want to do a James Scholar project, that is your James Scholar project. So you get a James Scholar project and the extra credit. Now, I know some people are like, wait a minute, you tell me I could get 6% added on my grade? No. I cap extra credit at 3%. So it's either do the SONA experiments or Save the World, whichever you would like to do. So, lots of things you can do to improve your grade in this class, but probably the best thing to do to improve your grade in the class is to study for the exams and do well on them. Basically, what you need to do is watch the videos. We have the book with the slides. You go through those, you'll be fine. The big exams and the final exam are 50 multiple choice questions. The quizzes are usually about 10 to 15 multiple choice questions as well. I mean, there could be true false too, but that's it. The confident exams are essay exams, and I know some people get really freaked out, like, essay exams, no! Yes, they're essay exams. Don't worry, when people have taken the essay exams, the grade averages are the same, so there is that. But I think you'd probably prefer to do the multiple choice exams, so make sure you wake up for that, because I can tell you from all the years of teaching 8 a.m. in Follinger, I always have students running in at 9:15. Oh, I overslept. It happens. So I got a confident exam, but this year the confident exams are at 8 a.m. as well. So be ready for that. But honestly, I hope you have a good time with this class. I know this is not how we usually teach it. I really prefer to have you in class with me so we can learn that way, but I hope we can get some out of this. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. There's the badam320questions@gmail.com. You can do that for general questions about the class. If you need to talk to me specifically, you have my email as well. You also can write me on Twitter and Instagram @WoltersWorld, so you'll have that. But I just want to welcome you to the class. Good luck this semester, and I hope you're staying at warmer places than here, because my fingers are like turning blue now. So have a great semester. Welcome back, and see you on the first day of class at 8 a.m. live. We'll go from there. Bye.